So Mass General Brigham Hospital in Massachusetts, which operates at least 4 obstetrics and gynecology wards, now says that they will no longer automatically report cases of babies born with drugs in their system. Instead, they say they will require written consent to test a pregnant woman or her newborn baby for drugs. They'll only order the test if a doctor says it will change their medical approach. And even if a baby tests positive for drugs, the new policy states that substance exposure alone does not constitute abuse or neglect, so they will not automatically report it to the state. The reason they're doing this and making this change is they say it will address racial inequities in the healthcare system because they claim that Black women are more likely to be drug tested and reported to the state. Let me be very clear. I don't care if you are Black, white, or orange with purple polka dots. If you're getting high while pregnant and you're risking your baby's health and life because you can't put down the crack pipe, you should be reported for child abuse. And the color of your skin should not impact a policy meant to protect babies. Because newsflash, I know this is hard to believe, but at that point, it's not about you.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and this real Brit Hughes. I had to address this video because it sounded like she was like sending underhand disses. What I mean by that is she said that they passed some law in some place of America that chose not to drug test women or children of women, I guess crack babies or drug addict babies, and that, you know, fuck it, we're gonna listen to it again.
So Mass General Brigham Hospital in Massachusetts, which operates at least 4 obstetrics and gynecology wards, now says that they will no longer automatically report cases of babies born with drugs in their system. Instead, they say they will require written consent to test a pregnant woman or her newborn baby for drugs. They'll only order the test if a doctor says it will change their medical approach. And even if a baby tests positive for drugs, the new policy states that substance exposure alone does not constitute abuse or neglect, so they will not
Okay, so I had to get it right. I said that they wasn't gonna contact authorities if the baby had drugs in their system, and that they got to get consent from the parent to do the drug testing. You damn right. That's just like police can't search a house unless they got a warrant. I got to consent to you actually searching my shit. I'm one of those people, I don't think the body is anything different. So they came to your medical facility to give birth, and they cracked out their mind, or opioid out their mind, or perked out their mind. You still got to get my consent to drug test me. Fuck wrong with you? You First Amendment and Second Amendment and all the other amendment violator. This is what happens when you have know-it-all white people that just want to violate people's civil liberties. I'm not going to say rights, although it is a right for you to get high. Now, I don't get high, and I despise people that really do. And I don't mean weed. I mean like you do Schedule II narcotics. Like, I'm looking at you side-eye. But what I will say is, she tried to throw an underhand sneak diss against Black women or people of color, talking about, I don't care if you can't put down the crack pipe. Newsflash, old white bitch. Nobody smokes crack no more. That's a relic drug, right? They're on to newer and better things. You would have been better off saying Xanax, Perks, Molly. What else is a new drug? Anything opioid, right? Hell, you could have been better off saying heroin, said crack pipe. Like, this is how you know white folks be sending those sneak disses to people of color and Black folks, because they'll say crack pipe. That's an outdated like stereotype. Most Black people that do crack or can't give birth. They're like 55 and older. That's first. Second of all, you'd have been better off saying cocaine, because crack isn't a champion drug anymore. I know dudes personally that sell drugs. They don't make a lot of money selling that, and they don't sell that primarily, right? Even drug dealers move on with the times. So the fact that her bubblehead self said, I don't care if you can't put down the crack pipe, because that's a stereotypic trope that most people use for people of color and Black folks. Like, we just smoking dope. Even though there are white people that smoke probably more crack, yeah, nobody's smoking crack, ma'am. So get your stereotypes updated before you go on the internet talking out your ass. Not only that, you like early 40s, you might want to cool out, go get married or have a kid, chill, worry about your own kid. I highly doubt you got kids. You might want to get that established before them crow's feet kick in and you start looking like Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman while you worried about other people and their medicinal choices. In any event, if y'all like this episode, you know what to do, and I'm out.